take some of that load off, I think Matt's going to have a big game.
We'll see. We'll see with Matt. It's going to be a... we were saying all season that the reason Matt was doing good was because Lunar was there beside him, taking away the stress of a #1 defender. And I'm hoping here that Matt can pop off being the... I don't want to say the sole good receiver, but the sole receiver that Dome has been used to for the past few weeks.
Yeah, definitely. No, Matt is definitely a very good receiver, but he's known for being the guy that will put up 300 yards in a lot of games when he gets that second best corner matchup, because he just punishes those matchups.
All right, we're starting off with the DJ kick here. Let's see. Got CBZ on the return wearing the clean GF jersey. Taking it up to the 31.
Just recently introduced, I think, last week, those GF jerseys. And we got the banner right over there. So we got Dome starting the game off from the 31, rolling out to his left here. Doesn't have much open here. Stepping up, and he's going to take the run.
He's going to take the run. It's a clean 9 yards. You know, he was looking for a fake comeback from Matt there, it looked like. And I'm assuming it was Bloopy who was covering it, did not give it up. Took away the read and forced him to run.
You're rolling out right. Nice comeback there to Spades. Might have had ZBZ over the middle. And Spades going to get some nice yak there. 13 yards on a 4-yard comeback.
You know, as much as you want to hit those over the top plays, sometimes you have to just take the short one and drive the start until you get your footing. Oh, some nice pocket movement here.
Yeah, just dodging some of those D linemen, getting in. Nice first down there by Spades. Dome usually starts off some of these games with some short passes. I expect by the second drive, we're going to start seeing him air it out a little bit more, but probably not this drive.
Oh, he doesn't do it. All right. The quick step up. He's dancing with the lineman, and then Zenio managing to finally track him down and hit him for a loss of 10. So, you know, there's some pressure here. We were talking about this D-line versus most teams, and, you know, they're up there in numbers. So they're going to get some pressure on Dome.
And a fake blitz there. Does get a bit of pressure, but Dome drops back and just throws another comeback to Spades. So Spades early on looking to be the beneficiary of a lot of these short routes.
And some great blocking there. A lot of time.
Another comeback to Matt. I'm surprised we haven't seen any short side runs yet coming from Blizzard. Definitely usually something that we see early on in a lot of these games. Dome rolling out right. Has a lot of time on that miss from Zenio.
Oh, and he goes up.
Takes the run. I think it's 11 yards out of it.
This is the safe gameplay that we thought we were going to see from both teams. And it is definitely what I think we're going to get for a lot of these playoff games. There's a lot of running, a lot of short throws.
Yeah, especially early on, some early game jitters.
Another 5-yard run there, only getting body blocked by his own teammate. Almost got into the end zone.
Here's where I really think we'll start seeing some runs from Blizzard. And we see that inside run just barely breaks the plane. And that's a touchdown Blizzard to open the game. 6-0.
Right, they're going for the field goal. Try and get that 1 point, the PAT. Overloading the one side, and oh, they almost got through. It's all we needed is a quick stop on a kick just to turn this game around.
And if anything, you don't want to do that early on, because then every time, just even if it's just a little bit, your kicker is just less confident and more prone to mistakes on that kick. And maybe not on the extra points, but on field goals when you have to line up that kick a little bit more. That's when that's going to start mattering, because you're looking more at the line than at the ball and how you have to line it up.
We'll see. And we got ourselves a DJ drive now. Let's see what he can establish this drive. If he can... Oh, there we go. He said he was going to tote. He's promising us a game with at least 100 yards.
Oh, he did give us a promise of a 100-yard mark.
He said he was hitting that 100 yards. So let's see. That's with sacks included. And I'm going to hold him accountable for that.
I see. So we already got 10 rushing yards from DJ to start the game. Like I said earlier, DJ is actually a really good running
Ooh,
quarterback. I mean, I've seen
does
it
he take the
firsthand.
run? Oh, he
And there it
does.
is.
I will say there, the whole play developed because of the line. They held that pocket beautifully. There was not a single uh, D lineman near him until he stepped up to the line.
Yeah. And that was some good blocking there by Az. As soon as he knew where DJ was going, he just kept Dion on the shield. But KG gonna stop him from running that time. But it's at the line of scrimmage, so we don't see any pushback at all.
I wonder what's going to happen here. Is he ever going to send one of these guys deep, knowing that
Oh yeah,
the
here we KG gets the pressure. DJ has a step up, but he's within dive distance. He gets the run anyway. And he
oh he
gets the
dives for the
first.
first? I don't know. It's one of these games where DJ is going to look to throw, but he's even if something's there, I feel like if he sees even like the slight chance of a run, he's going to try and take it.
Yeah.
And I mean, I think that's what he has to do to win this game.
Forced to throw there with the
Oh,
four-man, but he has Bloopy deep. Hits
what
him
a
with a dot
throw!
on, I think that was an out and up. And Matt bit on that out. And there was just no saving him. Great play there by DJ.
You know, Matt
Getting
is a
line
big
up
brain
here.
defender, is what we like to call him. He's one of those who likes to use his IQ, likes to read the QB, and then bite up for picks. And it worked against him there. It
Yeah.
definitely worked against him.
It's very high risk, high reward play style when you try to predict cuts like that. And unfortunately, that high risk will result in big plays like that. You got Blizzard coming back on offense, starting this drive at the 34. Dome probably gonna slowly to start look to incorporate the deep game here.
Oh, see, Dome there had the step up and to the run, but he was looking for the throw, so he decided to step back and he lost the leverage he had up the middle. Took a sack because of it.
Yeah. Dome, I think safe to say he's probably a throw first quarterback. So in a lot of those scenarios where he has the run, he might not take it. And this coverage though, not sending four against a quarterback like Dome is definitely going to be the right move because you're going to keep a lot of those routes covered, and Dome, it might not punish you the run. But we have 4th and 23 here.
All right.
So
What do you think? What is the play call here?
play call is probably going to be send it up to either Spades or Matt. Yeah, they're going to keep CPZ. They leak him out. And he's open, but they're going to send it crossbody to Matt.
Oh,
Oh, and Matt just barely overruns that. Bloopy is going to capitalize and get the pick. Nice play there by Bloopy. Unfortunate there for Blizzard. But that's
very
going to put
unfortunate.
DK in the driver's seat.
This is the game that Blizzard definitely did not want. They did not want to throw an early pick, knowing that DJ is going to run. They didn't want to get down at all because the time in this game is going to go by way too quick with how the Dakunaitos play. Like
Yeah,
right there, that was a almost a 15-second play just for him to run 3 yards.
and we actually see 4-3 coming out here from Blizzard. Not sure how much practice they've had with this. I haven't seen much of their scrims, but I have seen it get some results on the run stop when teams look like they know what they're doing with it.
That
So
was an interesting crossbody post play. He saw a little bit of leverage and he decided to trust Bloopy with the body block, and it worked out for them under pressure.
big play there. I think we're going to see a lot of that from DJ. We're going to see him try to extend plays, take the deep ball if it's there, and then if not, if he can get that step up, he'll just take the run. It looks like it's a solid game plan so far, and it's gonna get him another touchdown.
This is more so what we predicted here in terms of what DJ is going to do, and it's working out for them. The line is just, I don't want to say they're fully winning, but they are definitely holding the Blizzard line in check, and it is working out for them.
And so early turnover there by Blizzard is gonna cost them the lead, and you know DK, whether or not Blizzard scores here, they're gonna look to just run that clock and then take it to the second half and get the ball back again. So still a lot of time left, but if you're on Blizzard, you're gonna want to score probably pretty quickly, just so that way you get back on offense.
Oh, Dome making a man miss and just taking off this time.
Nice 13-yard run there. Definitely want to see more of that from him when he gets the opportunity.
I think he's understanding more as this game goes on what he needs to do to win, and I don't think he's gonna look for the deep throw when he's on the line anymore. I think he's gonna just try and take the run and only extend plays downfield if he has to.
Yeah, I think he has to start forcing DJ to blitz a bit more often to get some of those passes that he wants. Because right now they're playing zones that just perfectly uh, counter them.
What do we have
Here we
here?
go. Look, throws it deep. It's a triple
Just
coverage and he overthrows it.
overthrown. Bloopy and Nico both there to try and get the pick. Unable to pull it down.
Yeah, I'm not sure if there was going to be any way where Matt brings that down. Nice comeback there, though. Those comebacks have been working. I think they just need to stick with that and take runs for a little while, because DK is just playing super like anti-big play now.
Which, I mean, if anything, they understand how this game is going to work. Spades being his number one read for a lot of these plays here, and he hasn't really let him down. He's been catching all of them somewhere near the first down, or not, if not over the first down. We're seeing a little bit of hope here from. Oh,
That was
never
a
mind.
nice play there by Azzy in season, stopping Dome from getting the first. Still 3rd and 1 though, so they'll have to get another couple stops here. Dome
Good read on
cutting up.
Dome.
That was a nice move there by Dome, getting the first. 7 yards to the goal line.
We have Dome rolling to the left, cutting back, and then rolling back to the left again, just making D lineman miss. He's gonna step up to the line and
And he
almost
just
take the run. He's too busy looking downfield to try and pass the ball when he's in the red zone. One dive gets him half those yards and almost into the end zone. I think he's just reading the scenario wrong here.
they're gonna run a screen to Matt, and it's just instantly stopped up by Bloopy there. Didn't look like the blocker got there in time.
Yeah, Dome is trying some interesting plays here. I think he should stick to what he's used to, like that, chucking it up.
That was a nice play call there. They called CBZ on the out to pull Joshy down, and that got Spades there open over top. Another touchdown play for Blizzard, tying it up here. So DK definitely, with their play style, they can run most of these 2 minutes off. But I think if you're Blizzard, you want to play a defense that just looks to counter these short plays. That way, if DK scores, you want to be the one ending the half with the score. So you just get the ball back and you trust your offense to produce.
Well, I think DJ here is going to waste a good amount of this clock, no matter how Blizzard plays this, unless they can bait out a pick, which the way DJ's playing is going to be kind of hard.
So DJ rolling left, has a good amount of time, rolls
Got a
back right, big pocket,
nice pocket.
and
Lets
he
him take off.
gets the run again.
This is the way DJ's going to play this game, and gotta love it. It's what the people want to see is DJ not throwing picks. I don't think that Blizzard is hated as much as the narratives might have said they were at once, but I think the Dakunaitos are a team that are you know cheered on by more people just because DJ. I think DJ is a man of the people.
Okay, definitely someone who I think everyone roots for, at least most of the time.
Oh,
Almost
what
got
awareness
sacked
by
there.
DJ to throw that to Nico when he did.
Yeah, no, he was jumping into a D lineman as he threw that, and threw that just before he would have gotten sacked. Nice play there. Rolls out
Hmm,
left. 4-man is coming, but there is no one within 10 yards of him, but he still throws it away. Had nothing there.
Good call there. not wanting to give Blizzard anything. If anything, he's gonna run down this clock to the last second and throw a 50 if he has to.
Probably want to look to see Blizzard maybe switch up how they're blitzing here. Maybe send Doman off the outside. And that's a man open deep left.
Oh,
Joshy,
Joshy.
42-yard catch.
Great route. Great route call, I should say. That was great by DJ and understanding when to throw that for Joshy.
Not quite sure what happened there, but it looked like the defense just broke down on that left side. I mean, there was nobody able to pick that. And they're going to get a touchdown right after. But this is probably not worst case scenario for Blizzard because they can tie this up before the half with a minute left on the clock. When they have their offense chug, it's a very high-powered offense, can score very quickly. So probably going to look to bait DK here into playing a bit more of a risky defense by just throwing a couple short plays, and then they're probably going to send it deep.
I think they have enough time with almost a minute to just continue going deep down the field as long as they target the sideline or maybe like a deep play post.
Oh, it had CBZ over the middle there.
I
Neither
mean,
of the safeties were there above him. It looked like they each thought the other was going to get over top of him. He's going to
it's
take
just
a
the
5-yard
lack
run.
of chemistry between Dome and CBZ.
Oh, and he has spades on
Oh,
the
and he
fake
has
comeback.
spades. What a throw. That's
52 yards.
that is bad. That is bad by the DK defense. They can't give that up. Not with 30 seconds left in this game, in the half.
And that's a dime there from Dome to Matt. Right over the defender's head.
This
Touchdown,
is
Blizzard.
this is what we wanted though. Again, I don't think anyone hates Blizzard as much as the narrative once. I've already said this once, but it's good to see Dome doing well, especially without Lunar. Like I am glad that they can continue to drive like this and have success.
So 31 seconds left. Blizzard here going to have to play probably just like a prevent defense here. Just don't let DJ get any big plays. Just keep him to what he's been doing here, and the clock will run him out. So
Let's
rolls
see.
out right. Sends Bloopy on the fake comeback this time, and he might have him open. The safety's there,
Oh,
and
what
Bloopy
a
comes
catch
down
by
with it.
Bloopy. I don't
And
know. I
they
don't know what these corners are doing right now. Giving up over top. You just can't do that, no matter what the play is.
I think Matt thought the safety was going to be able to catch up to that streak there in time. DJ here with time, he's backed up really far. Should just throw this one away. Time for probably another 2 plays here. They are in field goal range, so they may look to just center it up. Might be the smart move here.
I think you go for it for another 2 plays. You try and hit the end zone, and then you try and kick it.
So you're backing up. Throws deep middle. Has a man. And he hits Bloopy just short of the end zone. 2 yards to
Ooh.
go. 3 seconds left.
Do you fake run here? Or do you actually run? He actually runs.
They actually run. And they're going to score. And they get the ball back. So they will just have to kick this ball off. Stop the return from scoring. And they'll get the ball right back.
Sheesh. Yeah, this is. Ooh, I don't know. I don't know what to say about that defensive play by Blizzard. They definitely should not have given that up. Like there's no need to bite anything short. You give it up, you let them try and make you miss, or you try and make them miss and make them waste clock as they drive.
Regardless, big offensive first half there for DK. And DJ
All
only
right.
throwing 9 passes so far this first half, but he's completed 6 of them for 189 yards and with 76 rushing yards. And that's including the sack, the single sack against him. And
That
Dome
is
on the other end
insane.
with 12 completions on 14 attempts for 166 yards, only 17 yards rushing. Definitely, and you can see it on the stat sheet, definitely a bit of a slower offense here coming from Dome from the air. But
I mean, it's we got to look. Spades has 102 for 6. and Matt has 56 for 5. I mean, they're having a great day. CBZ had that one catch for 8. Bloopy, again, big play, 137 on 4 catches. Joshy with 1 catch for 42 yards. I don't know. You got some big plays here, and their counterparts putting in some work.
But the Blizzard line here, I think going into the second half, just has to get in a bit more. I mean, only 1 sack here going into the second half compared to DK's 5. Definitely want to see them look to stop that run a bit better or get in a little bit more on those passing plays, but it will be difficult. DJ is a bit hard to hit in the pocket.
DJ's been progressing as a QB. You know, his pocket movement has gotten much better. His play calling, his ability to cut. You know, it's only up from here, and we're gonna have ourselves a good QB. Sorry, I should say we're gonna have ourselves a better QB for the upcoming seasons.
Yeah, definitely. And he's showing so far this game with passes. Oh, that was so close to being, I think, like
I,
a perfect
I
pass where
honestly think
Joshy
that
could have
was
looked on it.
I think that was catchable. I really do.
It looked so close that
It was one
it
of those scenarios where
probably
you have to
was.
jump like a second earlier, and those are hard.
Mm, definitely a hard pass to catch. But still, windows like that are why I think, or certain plays, I guess, like that are ones that you could point to and say, okay, these are things that DJ is doing that I think a lot of other quarterbacks just aren't.
Oh
And
no.
another sideline pass there to Bloopy. Just,
Matt, he played really good defense on that, but he came up a little too much, expecting it to be shorter.
and
And
that was just a case of good defense on better offense there. Great catch there by Bloopy, an amazing throw there by DJ. Just, the defense cannot do anything if throws like that are coming. Unpickable passes like that. He's gonna
DJ
run
taking the
short side.
yards. This is some great running. Again, it's one of those things. He's got now 104 rushing yards, and he's just taking the run whenever he wants. There's not much this D line can do, and they need to switch something up now. Like they need to either stick 3-4, and while Dion is super good at the center position, they just have to kind of have him there to block DJ from running.
Yeah, definitely got to look to switch something up here. Just down 2 scores in the second half, you have to gamble and just hope that something works, because if nothing is working so far, you might as well. So Blizzard down 14, not even a minute into the second half, and DJ has already hit his 100 rushing yard goal for this game. So we'll see if he continues upping that number. For now, we have Blizzard getting the return to the 31.
CBZ has been consistent in returning those to just past the 30, which is nice. It's a breath of fresh air having to start at your own 20. Oh, Lost getting through and just sacking Dome for negative 10 yards. Dome looked like he had time there to try and make a throw, but he didn't like what he saw, and he ended up getting hit because of it.
Great play there by Lusto getting that tackle on Dome. Gonna throw to CBZ there. Joshy misses the tackle. CBZ just barely misses the first. Nice 19-yard play there. Blizzard.
As much as Dome should be in a rush here, I think he should just try and take a run. He has 1 yard.
Or throw that pass. Oh, just barely overthrows it. Matt had 3 yards of separation there on that play. Oh,
See, this is what you don't want, is a 4th and 1 situation where you're forced to complete.
Nice run there from Dome, but that was heartbreaking, I think, for any Blizzard fans watching. That would have been
heartbreaking for me.
Major momentum shift that could have been. But regardless, they're going to look to keep moving up the field. Crispy Leak, they have Spades probably here for the comeback.
Oh, with the moves?
Dome taking the run. A lot of moves there to get people to miss. 10-yard play off of that. Looked like it could have been stopped earlier. That was a nice play there by Blizzard. Able to get a first down out of it. Luss is in.
Luss getting through? Oh.
Don't made a miss. He's going to take the run again, but as you can see, he's going to stop him for 2 yards. I think there's a very clear gap here in the ability of the D-line to just make that tackle.
Oh, there we go, Xenial. He got pushed away from him and he managed to dash and curve it just to get back behind Dome again and make a play. And that's, I think, the first from Xenial this game, which is, always nice to see Xeno pop off.
Yeah, Xeno has. Oh!
This is.
If Matt just jumped a little bit later, he would have been able to airstrafe that.
Again, it's one of those 1 second plays where if you jump a second later or earlier, you can make those.
Oh, big play
But that
there by
doesn't even
Az in
matter.
season. That's going to cause another turnover. So DK already up 2 scores, looking to make it a 21-point deficit here. Another run up the middle. This is just, this offense, I think, is just wears down on you as a defense because you just don't know how to answer it.
It's a boring offense. It's a run first, look for a short, then go deep when, they're finally getting tired of you running. And it's not fun to play against, but it's super, super effective. And again, there's not much you can do about it unless you sell for the run or you have some, big playmakers on the line who can establish, dominance and instantly get through. They don't have themselves an Anki, a Humble, a Rats, a Chicken Fat, one of the top tier linemen, and it's starting to show.
Yeah. Definitely this chemistry here from the DK line showing what it can do. Going to see 5-2 formation coming out here from Blizzard. I think it's a little too late to be trying anything, but manages to hold DJ to just 4 yards that play. I think, earlier on, they had to, I think, maybe try 4-3, but just mixing up how they send their blitzes, I think, definitely affects how that run stop goes.
Yeah,
It's not easy
that's a
to
little
stop
too
the
late
run,
right
but
now. It's a little too
yeah.
late. Whatever they decide to do. DJ is just going to abuse the run here. I think he's just going to go inside. Yeah, that's just when you're over pursuing to the outside because he runs so often, you just leave a gap in the middle, and it's one of those things that you just can't account for until mid game.
So I'm guessing DJ, we're probably just going to see a run up the middle here from DJ. Yep.
Yeah.
And there we go. 2-yard rushing touchdown for DJ. 154 yards rushing to open fourth quarter.
And 5 TDs. Okay. He has ran in 5 TDs, and he's got 1 to Kadarius.
So I think we
Dome
just
not
saw
liking the mechanics of this game right now.
Yeah, and we saw Matt making a reference to I don't know if he's referencing the NFL player Cam Newton or the gridiron player Cam Newton, but definitely showing signs of some vintage Cam Newton's laptop games with some of these run plays. We see the extended plays going into like 10, 20-yard runs sometimes. Dome here rolls out left.
It is frustrating, but if a team can do something that you're not liking, you should be able to do it too. And I'm not saying that you should, stoop down to the level of just running every play, but if you're unable to stop it, then you just got to follow suit. You got to play the meta.
Yeah. I think that's probably where we'll see the biggest. Oh, and Nico there with a nice pick over the middle. Read that in and just got right under it.
At this point, it's a little too late. You have to try and throw. You have to try and get the downfield quicker. Less time to make plays, and you start making more mistakes because of it. And DJ here is just gonna take his time. And, this is usually late in the game, and with these stakes, you tend to kind of lose yourself after. There's not much you can do. You can't bite. You can't play over. You just kind of lost in a limbo.
Yeah. So DJ here probably gonna look to maybe stat pad a little bit. Now this game's essentially curtains with a 21-point deficit. Only 3 minutes left. Probably going to look to just practice some of his plays, get a little bit more chemistry leading into the next round.
And Crispy getting pancaked over there while he throws up a crossbody out to Joshy.
Yeah. I think if this was against a team where DJ struggled a bit more with the run, we would have seen more passes like that, crossbody comebacks, outside leverage streaks, but when DJ has the run like that, he's just gonna take it. It's a shame because I think we could have seen a very dynamic offense, which is, it's a pretty unique compared to a lot of the other quarterbacks that we see today. But nice pass there, a touchdown. But we just saw a lot of the run game because that's just what was working for today.
It sucks. Like, I feel Matt. I really do understand, especially when you feel like you can't do anything just because of the play style. But Bloopy has 203 yards. Like, that didn't come from running. Like, even if you remove the last, TD over the top, that was only like 30, 40. Like, he still had 160 yards and was leading all the receivers.
Yeah.
Like, that's no excuse. The running has nothing to do with that. Especially if you're not biting down because of the run.
Mm-hmm. At a certain point, if something is working that well against you, you have to just commit to stopping it and force them to beat you a different way. And I mean, if we do look at the passing yards,
And the line, it was a very big line difference this game. I was saying it earlier, chemistry versus individual players, but the individual talent just couldn't get it done. And the chem line is putting Dome through a whole lot of hurt.
Yeah. And just barely missed it. That would have been their 10th sack had they gotten it as a unit. Compared to Blizzard still being held to just 1 sack. I think that's probably going to be the story of the game.
I'm going to quote a very famous individual right here. You play to win the game. That was quoted by Mr. Gunslinger himself. And that is what DJ's been doing.
We got a lot of Gunslinger quotes. I think another one that I hear DJ quote a lot is like something along the lines of attack the other team's weak point. It's like Sun Tzu Art of War-esque quotes that he likes to give away sometimes. We're going to see another turnover into a touchdown by Dakunaitos. They're going to go for 2 this time, just look to extend that score margin. And with 2 minutes left, this game is, just really getting out of hand.
Yeah. Again, I wouldn't put anything that's being said in chat on anybody right now. It's one of those mid-game frustrations. You're going to get out of the game, you're going to feel bad, and you're going to get over it. Kind of let it run.
Yeah.
That was specifically for the people in chat. Zeno wanting to get eliminated next game, apparently.
Definitely going to be an interesting match. I think with some of the additions, DK will give us an exciting playoff run. I think they actually, even if it's a small chance, I think they have a chance against some of the top teams. And this sack number just keeps rising. We're at 13 now.
Just before the end of this game, we were talking about how good DJ's run game was. And, I mean, you're here to testify. They ran all over you guys. It was one of those games. And they tried the same thing versus Comets the next game, and it did not work. Not one bit. So, I mean, I don't know if it's a DJ off game or if it's like a certain play style that different teams play that kind of, shut DJ down. And I want to say that he really hasn't changed his play style. It just works better on teams with, I guess, lineman holes.
I think a lot of it has to do with just the ability to Like just stay just barely off the shield, but also stay in position. Which it's simple, but it's not easy. Like it takes a lot of reaction time, mechanical skill, um, and just game sense to know where you have to be and
What a
how to
throw.
stay where you have to be without the O line pushing you out of position. And the thing is, if you mess up one time, you could just let up a 10-yard run and have to do it all over again. So that gap just comes from being able to stop that run and do it consistently.
We'll see. We'll see how this team fares versus other linemen. I do think they'll have success, but I don't think it'll be as great as it has been at least today. Nice catch, Matt. Way to get up. A little late, but
It's so unfortunate we didn't see that. I think it was towards the end of the third quarter on that overthrow. It was heartbreaking.
start of the end.
Yeah, I think had that pass been completed, just the mental game there, I think for Blizzard probably would have just been at least a little bit better going into the home stretch. Maybe we wouldn't have seen a couple of the silly mistakes, but
Oh, they're wasting time. They're not letting them get anywhere near their end zone again.
yeah. Yeah, if you're Blizzard, you just want to close this game out.
Nice
Similar to how
throw.
NFL teams do that, but they do throw a touchdown to Matt. Do close the gap just a little bit. I think going into next season, Dome will probably want to look to get a more um, concrete roster. I think definitely plagued him this season was that he had to almost play with a different team every couple weeks. I think if that chemistry was built a bit more early on, we might have seen more consistent run stopping here from Blizzard. But
Oh, DJ doing what he does best.
they are instantly calling plays. They are looking to score again.
I have a very strong suspicion that they're going to try and kick a field goal at the other
Me
end.
too.
Very,
And I
very
have a
strong
fleeting
suspicion.
suspicion Blizzard is
Yes.
going to let it happen. They're almost in. Okay, yeah, they are centered. They are in position, and Blizzard is currently showing next to no resistance. At least half of them.
Looks like they're gonna end it here.
So DK does get the 69 score line.
What a game. Dion gonna look to probably run some clock out here.
Yeah,
Or
just get
not.
some
Just go
moves.
up.
So as we close out the game, player to note for this game, I
Dome
think.
looking to get safetied.
Oh, oh no! Is he gonna ruin it?
He's gonna ruin the good number.
No,
Oh, but
no.
it didn't count
It doesn't count on the
on the
scoreboard,
last second. Yes, the 0 second plays do not count in the back of the end zone.
and I'm not sure how that has been ruled
It
in
has
the
been
past.
ruled. It does not count for the score.
Okay,
In previous
it depends
circumstances,
on
it
like if they
stays
get
at the
tackled,
score.
right?
Yes.
Okay, so but yeah, player to note probably this game. Uh, I guess player of the game definitely has to go to DJ. 208 rushing yards, 315 passing yards on 11 completions, 17 attempts. I think Bloopy definitely had a crazy game, 203 yards on 6 catches, and 2 touchdowns with that, and an interception. Um, we saw a lot of what I wanted to see from Matt and Dome. I think they just didn't quite connect on some of
You know
what they
what?
were trying to do.
I don't think that's on them. I think the duo themselves is good. I think the difference was 13 sacks to one. You know, DJ being able to have the time to make, plays with Bloopy downfield for 200 yards. And again, it was set in game 5 seconds to 15 seconds.
Mm.
That's like the clock difference of what each quarterback had to make a play. And we see it in the stats.
Yeah. And just clear line, just mastery there, at least in this level. DK just put on a clinic on O line and D line, only allowing one sack from KG and putting up 13 themselves. Now, a lot of those were during garbage time, but I think before garbage time, I counted, I think 10 it was? It was 9 or 10.
Yeah, it was 10.
So there
Well,
you
I
have it.
mean, it's it's a game that got out of hand quick. It's how you play the game right now. It's the meta.
I think this Wednesday, though, we will have a closer matchup, though, between
Is it
Aztecs
going
and
to be
UFO.
close? Is it going to be close?
I casted a matchup between them earlier in the season, I believe. It was either a scrim or an official game, and it was close. I don't think Aztecs had their full roster, but that game actually went down to the wire from what I remember. And
All
that
right.
game is going to be Wednesday at 9 p.m. So for those of you who want to see more action and what I predict to be a very down to the wire game, Wednesday at 9, GFA Official.
All
Just come
right.
back again, and we'll
Thank
see
you.
Aztecs versus UFO, another wildcard match.
Thank you very much, Gooder. Thank you very much, everyone, for coming to watch. Tune in again next Wednesday at 9 for Humble and Poppy. They're going to be a dynamic duo ready to show us another exciting matchup and hopefully one closer than this. All
Yeah,
right.
definitely. Thank you. Big thank you to Soup Loops for cameramanning this game, and thank you Record co-casting. Thanks everybody for watching,
All right.
and that's all from me.